He says, I'm suffering. Then he begins to inquire into the whole nature of suffering and ends that suffering. I'm taking one aspect of this stream. Ends that suffering. And he is out of that stream. That entity is really unique, who is out of that stream.
So it's something there that wasn't there before then?
The moment I realize, A realizes that he's suffering and doesn't escape from that suffering, inquires, explores without any motive and so on, into the nature of suffering, and has an insight into the whole structure of suffering, that very insight ends that suffering.
That insight also in the stream.
No, you see, moment, you're positing something I'm not.
From where are you bringing insight?
I said I brought in insight in this very carefully. A realizes he's suffering. Suffering is part of that stream.
A also is part of the stream.
Yes, that stream has manifested itself in A. A, living, realizes he's suffering. He doesn't escape from it because he wants to know the whole nature of it. The nature and the structure and what is behind suffering. So he examines it, both logically, sanely, and also non-verbally. Looks into it. And the very looking into it is the insight. It's not of the stream. The looking into the suffering.
That looking in from where does it come?
He is concerned. I said that. He's studying, he's exploring, he's questioning the whole beastly thing.
That means it was not a part of the river.
No. And you're...
Yes. Krishnaji, because we've been saying that something steps out of the river.
Wait, I won't use that word, stepping out.
No, and it seems now that what we're saying is that something comes into being which never was part of that river.
Yes. Yes. But I said no.
And that is out.
We are you follow me and see if I'm wrong. Then correct me. A is of that stream. A is suffering. A says, why? He's not concerned what the Greek teacher said. He said, I know that. I pushes all that aside. Why is there suffering? In the very inquiry of it, the inquiry depends on your capacity to put aside interpretation, not escape, and all the rest of it. In the very inquiry into the nature of suffering and the cause of it and the effect of it and so on, in that very inquiry is insight, comes insight. Insight isn't in the street.
Right.
I say it is in the stream.
Why, sir?
That, you see, it has in itself the capacity of producing and ceasing.
The stream itself has the capacity
of continuing and producing and ceasing it, stopping it. That insight also is part of the stream, just as all that misery and happiness lead all that.
No, sir, I wouldn't.
And you, where did that insight come from?
I'm telling you, sir.
That it is, you say A is part of the river,
yeah,
and then
A is suffering. A begins to inquire. A begins to wait. In his inquiry, he realizes inquiry can only exist when there's complete freedom from all escape, suppression, and all the rest of it.
Yes.
So in that moment of inquiry, there is insight. When he doesn't escape, when he doesn't suppress, when he doesn't rationalize or seek the cause of suffering, in that very moment of examining is insight.
You are implying insight is born, it is not of the stream. Are you saying insight
I
is
don't
born?
introduce born not of the stream. You see,
the-
you are misleading.
no, but the
You
questions are,
want it part of that stream.
where does it come from, insight then?
I'm telling
From
you.
inquiry. From inquiry.
From the freedom to inquire.
Where does that freedom to inquire come from?
From his own examination.
But he is the part of the river.
No.
No,
you are
we
missing
saying,
the point.
Krishnaji, are we saying this, that A, which is just a form and a name, normally is nothing more than a name and a form plus all that there is in the river? With free inquiry,
And A begins to inquire.
right, A begins to inquire, and then A is if he has this insight,
No, he has not the...
well,
Look,
he's no longer part of just that river.
Scott,
Right.
would you just follow step by step? A is part of that stream. A is the manifestation of that stream. A wave of that stream, whatever you like to call it. Now, A is going through agony. A examines it. And the examination is very important because if he escapes, it is not examination, not exploration. If he suppresses, it's not. So he realizes, please follow this step by step, that as long as he's not free from the blockages that prevent exploration, and therefore he puts them aside, he's free to inquire. And in that freedom is insight.
So there is a missing link here.
There may be 10, sir.
It appears that what Narayan sir is saying, that if the person is the part of the stream, a representative of the stream, and when inquiry begins, examination starts, freedom comes. To
Be
inquire.
careful, sir. No, you see, you're assuming so much.
No, but I am repeating what you are saying, the link I want
hold
to
on.
show.
You're repeating what I said,
Yes.
right?
And the beginning of this, the beginning of inquiry, the beginning of the capacity to explore without any of the things of the stream, are they also in the stream?
No.
Where do they come from?
Sir, but that's very simple. What are you all making fuss about?
This beginning of the
No,
inquiry
no,
is the
you
thing
have
which is
you have
to be connected with this.
You have not, forgive me, doctor, you are not listening. I said, A is the manifestation of that stream. Let's follow it step by step, sir. That stream is, part of that stream is suffering. A is suffering. So A says, why? Why should I suffer?
At this point, I would interrupt you.
At any point.
The stream, the number of human beings in this stream, the question as to why should I suffer, this is the beginning of the whole thing.
No. Man has asked, why should I suffer?
Yes.
There are dozen explanations. The Buddhist, the Hindu, the Christian, and so on, so on, so on. The man who is suffering says, I see all this. The Buddhist, the Hindu, the Christian, the Muslim, I reject all that because that doesn't lead me to freedom to inquire. I'm accepting tradition and authority. I won't.
Now, seeing